Alrighty, good morning, evening, afternoon, and today we'll be exploring one of Japan's best preserved abandoned train lines, complete with a bike path, station platforms.
It looks like just a proper regular old train station which, could receive trains at any time if you just look at it from this angle.
And even rails you can walk on.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
The Katsuta line connected the towns of Umi and Shime to Fukuoka City, as it prospered as a coal mining town. However, when the mines closed, the line died a slow death in 1985. So we'll be renting a bike near Yoshisuka Station and cycling the entirety of the former line. Something which I'll surely have loads of fun with.
This stupid bloody chatty crap bike that I don't like, it's giving me leg cramps.
And even before I try to ride these things, they give me all sorts of trouble.
Let's see if we can do it. It's the first time I've been trying to use this service to rent a bike, so hopefully it'll work out. We'll see. If not, then there goes the end of the video. Alright, so what we do, so we click unlock. Alright, then we scan the barcode. E-bike, that's fine. Alrighty, will this work? Alrighty, no, apparently it's under maintenance. Let's try this one. Apparently this is also under maintenance, so I'm a bit stuffed here. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to try somewhere else. Alrighty, so the one I was aiming for initially has been taken, so I'm now going for this one right here. I swear to God, if this one gets taken as well, I'm gonna be upset because I'm then gonna have to probably go to another station which has I think 4. Yeah, right here. But that would be mildly infuriating. I think it should be around here. Oh, I see it. I swear to God, this one says under maintenance as well. I'm gonna be mildly upset. Although we do have some pretty cool looking buildings. I'm not sure this building's still being lived in, but doesn't that look cool? It's been overgrown by all sorts of different things. Alrighty, please do not say under maintenance, otherwise I'm going to be mildly upset. Oh, yes! I think we're in the clear. I mean, it's a bit unlocked, but beautiful. Great stuff. Alrighty, let's get ourselves set up then. So first of all, this is far too short for me, so let me just change. Oh no, that's the max. Oh, my leg's going to be a bit bent from here. God, my legs are just I'm too big for this. They've not designed it for 5'10" individuals, I guess. And also I am cycling, but actually I don't know where I need to go yet to follow this track, so let me just pop up the map. Alright, and we've got the map of the Pathwell Trail. So as you can see, that red bit, that's where we are currently. And you see, well actually it doesn't show the first station here, but this is the first kind of memorial station that we'll come across. Before then, around actually right over there, there's another station. And as you can see, they've pretty much carved the entire path, the former path, as a little linear park, except for right at the end where Katsuta Station used to be. But I think even so, it should be quite a pleasant little cycle. So yeah, let's go and meet our first station. Alrighty, and as you can see, we've come up to a little opening, and this is where I believe the site of Mitarai Station, the first station kind of exclusive to the Katsuta line, was located. It was a very basic station. It had only kind of a platform and a kind of bus shelter. And looking at pictures from right at the end of the station's life, it looked to be in a pretty dire state. Probably this little park was a lot more attractive than what it was like back then. But yeah, nothing much to say about the station. I think it was used as kind of a goods station at some point, and then that stopped a good while before the station closed, and then it just became a simple suburban station. But yeah, that's nothing much really more to say, so let's move on to the next station. And again, thankfully we'll have a nice, calm, relaxing path to follow for most of it. Alright, so the next part is over there, but how do we get there is the problem. This road is very busy. Oh boy, it's over there, and it's I can look at it, I can feel it, but should I wait for those traffic lights to finish? I think I'm gonna have to just go over to those traffic lights actually. You can see, very busy, very congested. A place which would, I imagine, really appreciate having a train line. Except, well, it doesn't anymore. What a mistake that must have felt like. And as you can see, welcome to Shime town, which is the town that occupied most of this line, and probably the biggest station and the biggest remnants of it, which we'll come across later. But for now, let's quickly make our way back to that beautiful little street garden park thingamabob, which is right over here. And let's, I think, head towards the second station, which will have something a wee bit more substantial than Mitarai Station, the one we just took a look at. So let's pop in. And here I believe we're coming up to our next station ruins. I guess station memorial would be a better thing to call it. Let me just quickly stop somewhere I can stop and I will give you the rundown. There you go. Welcome to Kami-Kameyama Eki, basically up Turtle Mountain Station. And this station was much like Mitarai Eki. It was a simple kind of platform station. It didn't really have much in terms of facilities, but it seems to have been under a lot more than the previous one, which that didn't even have any kind of plaque. But here it actually says this is the park for the station ruins. But yeah, a nice little kind of suburban park. You can see it's surrounded by loads of houses, but I think it was not as populated back then because Shime's kind of become a commuter town for Fukuoka, and the population has increased dramatically. So this is one reason why this line would have really much been appreciated at these times, because it would have been a very crucial commuter line. But yeah, that's Kami-Kameyama Eki.
By the way, if you're interested in learning more about the places we visited today, I've discussed them and more in my weekly Japan Journal. This week, I've also covered Japanese Christmas and my lunchtime benzo at work. To sign up for free, click the link down below.
So coming up will be the main big boy station of this line, and that's Shime Station, obviously of the name of the town that we're in. And not only was it probably the biggest and busiest station when the line was operating, but they've also, I think, done the best job in kind of commemorating it with its memorial park. And it's pretty much the reason why I wanted to do this trip, because they've just done such an awesome job. You'll see what I mean. You've probably already seen what I mean from the thumbnail, because I already know what I'm going to do for the thumbnail when I get there. So yeah, I think it'll just be a few minutes and we will be right there. Alright, so we're coming up to it, and just up this slope we'll see what they've done. Something really, honestly, truly cool. Look at that. They've kept the tracks and on all of these bits and bobs. Oh, look at that. Isn't that just bloody awesome? I'm actually going to go to the other side because there's someone here, but look at that. Isn't that cool? Oh, and they've got the sign here as well. Oh, bloody hell. It's as if a train will arrive at any moment, although these aren't the original platforms, I don't believe. I think they just made it for this park, but still, I mean, come on. Doesn't that just look bloody awesome? It looks like just a proper regular old train station, which, you know, could receive trains at any time. If you just look at it from this angle. Jesus, look at that pile up. Again, there's one thing that they could have really done here that would have solved all of this congestion problem, something that they used to have but no longer do. Oh yes, and here we are, Shime Tetsudo Memorial Park, basically Shime Train Memorial Park. Oh yes, and look at this. They've done so much. I'm going to need to put my bike somewhere first, and then we'll take a look at all this. Look, they've got so much stuff here. This is so cool. And you can see it's written here, Shime Tetsudo Kinen Koen. Basically, yeah, I said Shime Tetsudo Memorial Park, and here we are. This was what it all used to be like. Let's see, can we find the station? Where was it? Oh, here it is, yeah. So this used to be the station, quite a big station, and you'll see on the other side why. Well, I mean, the simple answer is this used to be a coal mining town, and obviously this was used mainly to transport coal. That's why this was built. And so when in the 80s this line was closed, at that time, you know, it just lost its industry. There weren't that many people here, as you can see. So from their perspective, this was just a train line that was not really being awfully used and wasting money, basically. So they closed it, but a bit short-sighted, because the growth of Fukuoka City would prove that, you know, even these satellite towns would need more service. And now it's kind of very choked up, as you can see all around here. But if we move into here, we can see some more pictures. So here it says, looking at Shime City from its Botoyama, which is basically an artificial mountain. You can see these here, basically made from the rubbish when digging holes and, you know, digging mines and all that. And you can see the operation was incredible. I mean, look at all these. These would have been, I think these would have been houses that would have been kind of company sponsored. So basically you'd take the job, they'd give you accommodation, food and all that stuff, and you just need to come in and work and then go home. Ah, incredible. And if we take a look here, these are pictures of all sorts of old stations. So this was Shimeki, so this was where we are here. That over there we'll see, that's actually still remaining. You'll see it's quite a sight. So there, this was the station here. You know, like proper good old station, to be honest. This here was, oh, this is basically showing a picture of the diesel trains they used to have. Unfortunately, the picture's kind of covered up, so you can't really see it very well. But that is that. This is, again, another picture of Shime Station, looking at kind of the tracks from the platforms. And you can see here, this curve is obviously curving away. This probably was for all the coal, you know, and freight and all that stuff. Oh, this was back when they used steam trains to haul all the coal and all that stuff. And I think this is, yeah, this is exclusively for coal. I think this branch is for that as well. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not quite sure. And then here, I think it's basically the same kind of train. And down here, you have, yeah, the diesel trains they use. I think they actually still use these in other parts of the network here on Kyushu. I think I've got actually a picture of one in Tagawa, which is another coal mining area, which still has a lot of its tracks and trains still running. But yeah, isn't that awesome? And over here, we've got what would have been the levers to basically, you know, pull, to change the tracks and all that stuff. So let's just take a look at that. Isn't that bloody cool? Don't know what that was all about. And then we've got the pièce de résistance. We've got the tracks which are still here. Oh, and you can see that. Oh my god, it's a lot bigger than I thought. That's one of the mine shaft thingy-mabobs. I can't tell you exactly what it's used for, but it's been preserved and it looks absolutely ginormous. Jesus Christ. And look at this. Wow. Isn't that bloody cool? And I want to do something which I've always wanted to do, was to just sit on these tracks so we can kind of balance it. Oh, I'm not good at balancing, clearly. Ooh. There, isn't that cool? Ah. And doesn't it look like I'm just waiting for a train to come along, a train that unfortunately will never come. So fortunately, about a bazillion people have come, so I need to wait until I do my shoot for the thumbnail. Or you can wait, that's fine. So there was talk of the kids there playing tag. So I was thinking, okay, I don't think I can wait this out. They're going to be there for a while. So I decided to go to the other side, which is a lot more quieter. And you can see here is the sign, Shime Station. Let's go to Shimo-Umi and Kami-Kameyama, which is obviously where we came from. So that will be where we go next. But I first want to get my train track shut, because you can't take that away from me. I swear to God, if the kids come this side as well, I'm going to be slightly annoyed, because literally it's probably been quiet all day, and now of all times everyone's just come along here. But alrighty, let me get my shot because I want to get it. Alright, so there we go. We've got the camera set up, and this is what I wanted to do. I'm sitting on a railway line. Although I'm doing this as a joke. Apparently there used to be so few trains on this line that people would literally just use the train tracks as a path. There were only about 6 round trips, so I guess if you're a local, you just remember when they come and know that you can walk through here. But yeah, This is something that you could never do, obviously, on a kind of a regular local train, couldn't you? Now, isn't this bloody cool? But now we're gonna head off to all the other stations. So we've still got a long way to go. Still got about half an hour of cycling left. So that should be fun. So one thing I actually want to do before leaving Shime is go there to that massive kind of coal scaffold building, because that's kind of Shime's big thing, both literally and culturally, I guess. So yeah, let's see if we can turn here and quickly check it out. So there should be a way to get up from here, which is looking to be that over there, but oh boy, this bike's too weak. It can't get up. Come on, you can do it. There we go. And I think it's up here we can go. Okay, that just says don't throw away stuff, which is too right. Oh boy, I'm climbing up a hill on this crappy little rental bike. Oh sh! And I don't think this is even the right way. No, this is just a baseball pitch. This is not where I want to be. I want to be over there. And back down we go. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh boy, more hills. My legs are gonna love this. Also, I can visit you stupid big tall thing. Alright, so here we are. This looks better. This looks like we're in business. And here we are. We can't get any closer than this, but yes, the former Shime Kogyo Shotate Koyagura. I'm sure I can translate that. Here's some more information here. But yeah, what a magnificent building and a kind of relic of what Shime used to be. So as you can see here, we're just now leaving Shime Station, no, Shime Town, to go to Usa Town. And you can see here it says a monument of friendship. Oh yeah, it's a little monument of friendship between the two towns. Isn't that romantic? Isn't that lovely? But yeah, next we've got Shimo-Usa Eki coming up soon, and that should have a nice little monument as well, so let's go check that out. And here we are at the next monument, the next castle ruins, which is Shimo-Usa Station ruins. Basically kind of like Lower Usa Station kind of thing. And yeah, we've got another, there's no obviously tracks anymore, but you've kind of got a quasi platform going on here. So let's park up our bike and take a look at what's around. There's not a whole lot it seems, but yeah. And yeah, here we are. Yeah, it's just a monument for the station that used to be here, and you can see it says over there Shimo-Usa Rokudo Koen, so basically Shimo-Usa, basically Green Road Park. Obviously a reference to when this used to be a station, so yeah, isn't that very nice? Accidentally went the wrong way, but came across a beautiful little waterfall. Look at that. But in any case, not too long until we get to Usa. Is it Usa or is it Umi? I can't remember now. I think it's Umi Station, which will be our next stop. Ooh, wow, we've got a big shrine here. Let's just be careful. Oh, we've got one over what looks like over there with the red kind of stairway, and one over here. Doesn't that look romantic? Although, oh, just peek, take a peek in. Ooh, look at this. How very nice. So there's the main complex over there. So let's quickly take a look. Bow before we go through the torii gates. This was an unexpected detour into a shrine, quite a big one it looks like. And also we're facing the other end of it, I think. So this is the back side of it. Oh, isn't that lovely? But yeah, I'm just going to focus on the objective at hand. Massive trees though, Jesus. Wonder what this place is. And we're coming up to our penultimate station, Umi Station. Yes, I got it right, it's Umi, and they've commemorated it with a huge U, it looks like. So here's the current station. So it actually still has a station, but the station for the Katsuta line was actually in a slightly different area. Bloody hell. Yeah, so Umi Station is still served by, I believe it's called the Kashi line. And as you can see, it's quite a fancy looking kind of middle-sized station, but actually the station for Katsuta was actually, I believe, around down here. It was slightly disconnected from each other, which is a bit odd. I'm not sure if the people who built it were kind of individual people, they weren't the same people, but yeah, I think it was around here, or maybe I think around down there actually, where the Katsuta sends line. Jesus, you've got on a bike who's being bloody, okay, well look at this. Hope you're proud. Being loud and disrupting everyone. Alright, so yeah, I think it was around here. And yeah, a bit odd that it was disconnected like this. But yeah, anyways, let's move on to what will be our final station, which is the namesake of the line itself, Katsuta Station. Katsuta Station. Oh, and we're almost there. It's the final stop, the last station, Katsuta Station. And I just need to pedal up this one last hill with this stupid bloody chatty crap bike that I don't like. It's giving me leg cramps as hell, just like hell. We're almost there. Alright, and we're here. This park is it. This, and it says, it actually says on there, it's got a little train park thing. It says Katsuta Sen. Kokutetsu Katsuta Sen. Wow, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm sure the kids have no idea what they're talking about, but yeah, here we are. This is where the final station used to be, and like everywhere on this line, used to be a coal mining area. Used to have some coal mines around, but it closed, and that pushed a lot of these, well, it pushed the whole line out, didn't it? Closed. But here we are, we've got a little memorial. Chikuzen Katsuta Eki Ato. Basically, Chikuzen, that's the name of this area, Katsuta, the name of the town, and then the ruins of the station, well, yeah, look at that. And let's get off and take a look at the pictures a bit more closely. So that was the station building. It's probably the second most substantial behind Shime's one. The other ones are pretty much were just all platforms with a little bus shelter kind of thing. But yeah, and this one, it says Sayonara Katsuta Sen, which, if you know a bit of Japanese, means goodbye Katsuta Sen. This was, I assume, well, I don't need to assume, I know, the kind of the final train they ran on the final day, most likely. It's basically say farewell to this line, which really shouldn't have never gone. I'm curious though, if we see from here, so this is basically from where we are right now, and if you see the view right now, has it changed a whole lot? I mean, obviously the park is here, you can't really see much, but those houses you saw back there, they're still there, if not a little bit more. I mean, this place has really undergone a big transformation. Again, the population has increased actually since probably the line closed, because everyone's commuting to Fukuoka, which is one of Japan's few growing areas population wise. So yeah, if this station was still here, you know, around this area, this would probably be quite a hot commute spot, you know. So these little kind of low-rise buildings, we might have some apartments or something like that, but it wasn't to be. But in any case, there finishes my ride across the suburban Fukuoka down this former train line, which really should have never gone away, but unfortunately hasn't. But has fortunately left behind a few crumbs of its existence from all of these little parks and monuments. But yeah, that'll be where I finish this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next one.